Don't
fucking...
feed into the corporate world with those
Scam.
jawbreakers.
Yeah.
Unless you pass it down your
What?
family heirloom. Pass it down for generation.
If we were all Ed and Eddie characters, who would we each be? I say Mitch would be either Johnny or the plank.
We are back after missing a week and then not talking about Bebop for a week. So we're back today to talk about Cowboy Bebop, episodes 14 through 19, I'm pretty sure. Or 13 through 19, whatever it was.
14, 19, yes.
Shit.
Yeah, so we're here to talk about the
And
show.
Yusuf's just like, I only watched 1 through 4.
Yeah.
I didn't know we
Yusuf's
were
like-
going that far.
He's just like, I only watched episode 14. I thought we were doing one episode a day.
Dude, I fucked
Yeah,
up and I
dude,
watched
I thought it was-
episode
I thought it was,
22.
I thought it was 12 through
So
15.
I'm ahead right now.
You thought it was 12 through 15?
There's no shot.
You're lying.
There's no shot.
That's only like 3. Hello?
Yeah.
But goodbye.
Hi, Yusuf. Hi, Yusuf.
So yeah,
Welcome back.
Cowboy Bebop today.
Welcome back, Cowboy.
All right, we'll do it live. It's fine.
Yeah, turn this into a React Andy fucking stream.
What did you actually watch, Yusuf?
Yeah, I watched.
What did you actually watch?
3
I watched
episodes.
Cowboy Bebop, man.
But what episodes?
The episodes I was supposed to watch. Or at
Of this
least,
episode.
No, he watched the
Yeah.
episodes he wanted to watch.
Yeah, man. The episodes that were playing on my TV, I watched them.
Yeah,
Kind of.
mostly.
I hate.
I believe that vaguely.
My
hate.
TV was here.
Mm.
I was like,
You weren't even watching the TV. You just put the
Dude, I
TV
was-
down and it did the work for you, huh?
I was like looking at the reflection of the window in the TV, like the TV off the window, and praying that the acoustics of the room would carry the audio to me.
Wow,
Wow.
So that's what I'm running on right
Very
now.
inventive.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Gotta create
Do you
my own
know-
entertainment.
Do you know why you can't hear a pigeon in an auditorium?
Because it's dead. I don't know.
Because
Because
a
it's
coo
dead.
sticks.
It fucking died.
It's because a coo sticks.
I don't know what that means.
All right, so whoever hung
All
out
right.
for the podcast,
Peace
thank
out,
you for
guys.
hanging out. We're out of this bitch.
This episode.
Oh, Josh has to run away from
This
his...
episode.
Hey, get your fingers
This
out of the
episode.
frame, Josh. I thought you learned from last time.
Bro, Josh, where the fuck's towel, man?
Yeah, you didn't bring the towel with you.
I'm working on it.
Oh my God.
There's
Oh
towel.
shit, he made it back.
Yeah,
See,
back.
Made it
I didn't
cross
forget.
country.
always pack a towel.
You never know
Yeah.
when you're
You never
Here
know
in
when you're gonna
spirit.
need a towel.
you might get excited once in a while. Need a towel.
Thinking
talk
about
Cowboy
pensions and
Bebop
shit and how they die in the
instead.
gym. But I gotta say, the first 2 episodes of these
Episodes.
Bebop episodes I thought were pretty good because it was
Yeah.
about Jet and Faye, right? Not
Well,
respectively, but
the first one was about Jet, but it was also like the overarching plot I thought was good. Like the main villain was good. I liked. He turned out to be just an old man playing chess, and I was like, "This is cool."
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm. Senile old
playing
man.
chest.
yeah, like I was like, if this was the plot of the whole show, I would have been like, "This is cool." But
Mm-hmm.
That was the episode where Jet like got together with the his old partner.
no,
That's in a later one.
Later one? Okay. Which
Okay,
one was this
first main
one?
of the ones we watched.
Mitch was right that in the
This
first
is-
it was the chess games.
yeah,
and,
this is the one where there's like this the gate company is hiring bounty hunters to try and find who's hacking their gates, and Jet, Faye, and Spike all catch these guys, and they all give them like a chess piece. They're like, "What the hell does this mean?" And they have to do like detective work, and Ed's just like, "Bro, I'm playing against the mastermind right now. What the hell you mean?" and they track Ed's game to where he is, and it just turns out to be an old man that set up this whole master plan to hack the gate company, but it took so long that he got dementia and forgot about it.
Oh, yeah.
So now he just wants to play chess. So
This is great. I don't even need the notes anymore. This is fantastic.
and him and Ed had like a week-long game, and he finally beat Ed.
Damn it,
And
Ed.
then,
You had
then
one
I'm-
character
died?
defining trait.
Yes, I was about to say. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
at the end he just leans back, closes his eyes, and it's supposed to be he's dead.
Yeah.
So Ed
Should've
killed
clicked
an
on
old
that.
man, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's fucked.
Oh, and I love this
Ed's
episode.
first blood.
Of this
I
episode.
love this episode because the 3 best characters made a cameo.
The old men, or
The 3 old dudes from
Yeah.
episode 1 were back. I was like,
They
yes!
were stoned. They were stoned as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
they also made another return with the Ed and Ein episode.
No, I missed them.
Watermelon one.
Yeah. No, they made a
Watermelon Mamba,
comeback.
whatever the fuck it's called.
Those are the best characters in the show, man.
Yeah.
I feel bad for
Ed
them.
and Ein. I got
without them, none of the shit would have happened, man.
you. Yeah, they would never made the
the
gates. You know, you should be thanking them the entire
Exactly.
time, right, Yusuf?
Yes, exactly. I just remember this episode vividly
Of this
because
episode.
he was just playing chess the entire time, and every time it flashed to this old dude, he just kept going.
Oh, love how it, that like caught up. I love how it caught like half of it. So all you heard was,
Well,
"Eh."
well, honestly, there were pieces where it was like, but I mean, the old dude was just moaning every time he got a fucking like screen time. So
Peace. Yeah.
yeah, that's all I remember.
And
and that's all I have to say about that.
Oh yeah,
It's a very good summary of the
Mhm.
episode, Mitch. Well done.
You're welcome. That's
Well
all. That's all I got for you.
So
Okay, it was a really good one.
there was 2 Faye episodes, right? This week. There was
Kinda,
one
yeah.
where we got the like VHS, and then the other one where we actually got like her backstory of how she showed up in this
Correct. Yeah.
future.
I believe that's episode 15 is her whole history and how she
Yeah.
got to where she is right now, more or less. Or at
Okay.
least where we met her at the
Yeah.
beginning.
I got some issues with this backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
This episode in general, man. I
Of
don't
this
know,
episode.
like just entirely in the show, like the voice acting is very good, the dub's very good, but there are parts where it's just like the dialogue is so bad, and they talk so fast in spots they're supposed to pause for there was once where Faye and Jet were talking about the shower, and Faye was just like complaining about the shower not working. She's like, like immediately after she says, "Oh, the shower's not working," without a pause, she's like, "Do you feel that? I think it's time for a new arm." And I was like, "What the fuck? Excuse me?
Yeah.
Where does this come from? You're just talking about Jet's arm now? I thought we were talking about the shower." And there's so many times throughout these episodes where it was just like pause, get like because they would go from one thought to the next thought with no pause in between. I was just like, come on.
Yeah, they only got 20 minutes, man.
And then some of the dialogue choices were just so fucking cringy. And then every time Ed spoke, I wanted to blow my brains out.
Why? Ed's super
In-game.
smart.
In-game.
Ooh, watermelon, I'm hungry. Ed hungry.
There's this one
Come
scene
on,
where
Ein.
there's this one scene where freaking she's floating on Jet's shoulders.
I remember this.
And Jet's like, "Oh, we got to figure out all the stuff." And Ed's like, "I want chocolate," and she just rolls away. I was like, "Oh my god!"
No, you
Maybe
wanna know
later.
the stupidest part, because yeah, he rolls away. He's like, Ed
Just
wants
eat.
chocolate, and then in the subtitles, it's like, Ed wants chicken wings.
Got him.
So like, what
Wait,
the
both
hell?
Base
are good.
subtitles, dude.
Both are
I
very
always
good.
turn on subtitles whenever I watch.
And then
it.
she just starts fucking eating poisonous frozen fish that's been frozen for a couple of years, and then she starts eating
As one does.
the fridge gate. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong with this woman?
It's like she's an absolute savage that lived entirely by
And a
herself on
child.
Earth for many years.
She's
And a
annoying.
child.
And then I hated it when Faye was like looking at a dog, looking at a little corgi, and it's like, you remind me of my lover that I remember. The thin
Yeah.
eyebrows.
And I was like, what the
oh,
fuck are you talking about?
And then they show the guy, and his eyebrows are thicker than his freaking head. I was like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
you ain't got a very good memory there, pal. I guess it makes sense
been
for
a
your
while.
character because you don't remember jack and shit about your past. I thought it was kind of confused me like how quick they went from like lawyer patient role to just
The
like
boyfriend.
they're like going out with each other. I was like, damn, I like blinked and next thing you know, they're in his like fucking Ferrari and shit running away from the cops.
Yeah, I immediately was like, isn't this a conflict of interest? Like, isn't this you shouldn't date your clients, guy?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Definitely sound like a bad call. But isn't it that's so fucked, dude? Cuz like for whatever reason, I don't think they elaborated why Faye was frozen in like this gelatin kind of shit. But yeah, Faye's from what year? Like our
1994.
so yeah, all the way back there, and she's frozen for whatever reasons. And now, since the current times had the ways to actually cure her, they revive her, and they're like, "All right, now that we have saved your life without you even remembering jack and shit, here's the bill, bitch." What?
Bro,
Yeah. Without you asking
Like
for it.
plus like 80 years of interest.
Yeah,
if
Yeah.
if,
For you.
if I ever get in a serious accident and there's that ability, if you fuckers do that, I will come back and find you and kill you all.
I'd be dead by
I'll
the
be so
time. What do you
I'll be
mean?
so pissed.
Yeah.
You'd be in the
Yeah,
future. It'd be like a
I'd be-
Futurama shit, dude.
Like it's like me waking up as like a 28-year-old and you guys are all like 90. I'd beat the shit out of you. I'd be so pissed. I'm like, why'd you let me die?
I'd be waiting there on my chair, just all fucking pruny like a goddamn raisin, and I'd be
I
like,
walk in the room and you just start laughing.
I'd be like, huh,
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this day. Take a pill. Goodbye, bitch.
Jeez. It's starting to feel like a very hostile work environment.
No, that is so.
I left
fucked
some
up.
big bags in the kitchen for you. Get to work, bitch.
That is the only time I felt empathy for Faye. This entire show I was like, man, that's miserable.
No, and that I felt terrible during that, and like she finally felt like she was like getting somewhat comfortable with like her place in the world, and next thing you know, the lawyer like pulls like a fucking Uno reverse cards, like, hey, just so you know, I faked my death, and you're stuck with all my debt. Good luck.
On top of your
Goodbye.
debt. Yeah.
And then he comes.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
it was fucked too because Faye wasn't gonna put her thumb on the doctor's like, all right, here you go. Grabs her hand, puts the thumb on the thing.
The reason why is like they're all connected. The lawyer, the doctor, the nurse, like or the secretary, they're all like part of like this one big family thing. And yeah, it's fucked up. They completely took advantage of her, and I can understand why she doesn't trust anyone anymore. But I mean, I don't know. I guess it makes sense why she's the way she is, but it doesn't mean I like her that much.
So what do you think about when she ended up letting him go when they reunite?
Oh, dude, I was like, what in the fuck is happening? Because
I
like,
think it was
so
weird. Also, like it just being 3 years, and then all of a sudden, I don't know. I thought it would have been like a longer time between them seeing each other again.
And now she's like an expert pilot and shit, like traveling the stars and shit, and all these gates. You think it'd take more time to learn all that shit?
She's a cowboy.
I also have an issue with how long Faye was frozen. I feel like 54 years is not enough time for that much technology to develop. Like I don't think in 50 years we're gonna have hyperspeed gates that can let us travel to different planets.
Well, the only way to
50 years
find
ago,
out,
it's saying that we
Mitch,
had a
how big's your freezer?
pocket computer.
What? Put me go climb in the freezer and I'll find out.
Yeah, find out.
No, dude.
Cause of death: trying to freeze himself. Quote dipshit.
I wanted to see the future.
I'm sick of this. No hoverboards. Back to the Future fucking lied to us.
Yeah, hey, they didn't lie about the Cubs though. They got that right.
Well, that's freaky to think about.
Yeah.
You like see all the episodes The Simpsons like got right too, and it's like, all right, let's chill out, media. Let's stop being too accurate here.
Yeah.
Let this shit be a little fantasy.
I believe we or at some point somebody said that they were unsure as to why she got frozen. I believe that there was at least some truth to them saying that she was in like some sort of a accident and she got significantly hurt. So yeah, they needed to put her on ice so that then eventually they had the technology to, heal her or help her recover. Like you said, kind of like a Futurama thing, or the thing that reminded me of was from The Simpsons. I forget what it is, but it was like an episode where they're like, yeah, we're keeping him frozen until they find a cure for 84 stab wounds to the chest.
And so
It's
say
like that.
they froze
Pull
her
the plug.
just
That's the
with
cure.
the hope that enough technology would be developed to actually save her. But like, was she such an important character or such an important person that it was worth keeping her frozen for that long? Like I may have missed it because
If I had to
obviously.
guess,
no,
I had to
but-
guess it was like her family that like opted for this treatment, because if you in later episodes you see like her like cheerleading and stuff, and it looks like the area she's in is kind of expensive, so I don't know. That was my guess.
Maybe
Either
yeah.
that, or it was just a strictly it was a decision by the doctors in the hospital, like, haha, we're gonna get this girl for 300 million wulan of debt.
In 50 years, we're gonna be rolling in the dough, baby. Or
Buy all the fucking Depends I want. Let's go.
Our corrupt
the lawyer's just in his like
Healthcare.
great grandfather's
Corrupt
fucking
healthcare
nutsack
system.
going like,
Medical
let's
system.
go, baby. I'm gonna fuck that
Hashtag
shit up.
healthcare. I guess. I mean, and that's right. That's if we take their word for it that she was even frozen on ice. For all we know, maybe she was literally in the accident right before that, and they're
That's
just kind of
fucked.
rolling with it. Can you imagine? Or they like drugged her to make her feel very loopy and out of it, but she just happened to have like memory loss. Like, we'll never know. I don't
All
know.
these fan theories.
Or
Yeah, but that's just a theory.
what if she's a genetically modified like human that was built in a lab and they just want to get money?
What if her and the lawyer are related?
My brain.
What
They're
if
all
she's
related.
the
They're
lawyer's
all
mom?
I'm
family.
thinking Terminator shit now.
Family.
Like her face is gonna come off. It's just gonna be like a fucking Terminator.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
I will be back because I always come back after I fucking leave the group.
But
Because
this is
I leave the group and then I come back later.
this is basically the story of Fry from Futurama, right? This is exactly what happened to him.
Something like that.
It was, I guess they're both an accident, but it's because Fry's an idiot.
Oh, yeah, he accidentally froze himself, right?
Mm-hmm. He just leaned too far back in his chair and flippy dipped right into a tube. No, but I gotta say, I was very shocked that Faye was like really hesitant of killing the lawyer dude, because they meet later down in the same episode, and he's different. He's the bounty target they're going after, and he got like these fat implants and shit. So
He like
I
got
think he
all
just got
his.
fat.
He got. That's the stupid thing. That he got all.
they said it.
I'm gonna start telling people I just got fat implants.
Yeah,
But that's he's a liar though. He's a liar.
He spent the money. Okay, so he made Faye take all his debt, right? And he goes, instead of just eating and gaining the weight, which probably would fucking be awesome because you just get to eat whatever you want.
No,
He
you
spends
get high
more money, which is
cholesterol.
probably more expensive than whatever the hell he passed on to
Future
Faye,
man.
just for
I think
3 years of escaping her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
stupid.
think
if you
there's
think
two
about it,
possibilities.
like if he actually got like the fat implants, like why the fuck wouldn't he get like cosmetic surgery too? Because we've already seen like other bounties get like
Completely
complete
changed.
like facial reconstruction surgery.
Oh, is that why he got
that's what
fat?
I'm
Was
saying.
to
That's-
hide
yeah.
himself from Faye?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Apparently,
thinking. Is
but he
there's
did also
two
have-
possibilities.
Okay.
There's two possibilities. One, he actually did get fat implants, and that was to like escape his former life and
He
kind of
faked his
go
death,
into
so yeah.
hiding, more or less. Or he's just fucking lying, like he did so much in this episode. I think he's just lying, and I think he just got fat.
No, when I think about it, I agree with
maybe.
Josh. Like, I feel like he is lying because, like, if he's actually trying to like change his identity, like they have the technology to change like his face, his skin color, all that shit.
Yeah, he didn't change his hair at all.
His
He
fucking
changed nothing
bushy
else about
eyebrows
himself.
that Faye still can't remember correctly.
I hope he's lying, because that's just fucking stupid if he wants to.
Well, I mean,
he got rid of his debt just to get in 2 times more debt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doofus.
yeah, it's like he's not a smart person.
It's a lawyer, man.
I liked how Faye looked like a normal human being in these episodes because she wasn't wearing her dumb freaking sunglasses that make her look like Doofus, man.
Doofus man coming
You
at
mean,
you, these theaters.
She looks like an idiot when she wears her sunglasses, man.
You
Like it
mean,
dwarfs her face and makes her forehead so big. She looks like a doofus.
She looks like the girl
point
from
blank.
DBZ.
The point blank on her when she got
Let's
thawed
go.
out, when you were like right here, looking at her.
Yeah. That's not where
With
your
the
eyes
doctor.
are, bro.
Yeah,
Your eyes aren't on your chin.
yeah.
It
That
could
doctor's
be.
like,
It's the future.
the
Yeah, the doctor
doctor's
was
like,
waking her up.
can you hear me?
Yeah, talking to her freaking chest.
I'm alive.
God
Even
damn! God damn!
Jeez.
even in serious moments, they have to give her fan service, which fucking annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely during like the whole lawyer shit and like when the doctor and the secretary came back too, it didn't feel like super serious, you know. It all felt like a big gag. So,
That's the show. The show never feels serious.
well, I mean, they have like serious moments in this episode, but then like it's all overshadowed by the gag,
Yeah,
which is kind of a bummer.
that's just the whole vibe of the show. Nothing
But
serious. Everything's
I didn't
yeah.
mind that episode too much because we got a little bit more of Faye's backstory, even though it's very, you know, it's there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
It doesn't really affect how Faye acts now.
I'm actually, I'm. It makes me laugh too because when I was watching this and we got a whole episode featuring Faye, I'm like, yes, finally, we finally get this backstory on Faye. This is exactly what Mitch was looking for. He's probably loving this, and then we find out that it's like, yeah, you're just frozen. We don't know why. We don't know what you did before. You just fucking thought out.
We know nothing
Yeah.
about you.
Yeah, even the episodes where they go deep into character story, they don't go deep into anything. It's just shallow, shitty storytelling.
Well, I think Jets was pretty good.
Yeah, Jet's the only developed
That's
character.
better. Yeah.
And I think I liked your kind of lore that you invented of like, well, maybe it was
She's
her
a Terminator.
family.
Yeah, gotcha.
Her family, because it looked like she was like a cheerleader and maybe her family could actually afford to do that or whatever, and then didn't live long enough to
Guys, I
see
don't know
that
if you
come to
know this, but
fruition.
cheerleaders can be poor.
So
Correct.
No,
So then
not
they
in
left
Cheerleaders are a
anime.
very high-paying
No,
occupation.
no, not in
and then they
anime.
left
They're
the
always like
family
the rich,
dog
spoiled girl.
fine
Get it right.
that they
Get your
implanted with
stereotypes
all this
right, Mitch.
advanced technology
Jesus,
to
that's
live
offensive.
forever and be able to watch over Faye. So now they're both in the same crew.
Oh,
There you go.
Thick boy Ein.
Yep.
Ein is the mastermind, dude. Ein is God.
dude, I love that episode with fucking Ed and
What's
Ein.
dog spelled backwards?
Oof.
Doog.
Dun, dun,
Og.
dude.
What's up, dude?
How's it going, dude?
But we're skipping over the Jet episode, but I wanted to talk about
Yeah, let's talk about it.
the Ed and Ein episode real quick.
Or not. Okay.
Because, Mitch, I'm sure you love that one.
I don't really remember it, so I'm happy.
What? They didn't have any food, and they crash land on
Oh.
another unknown planet?
Is that the episode where she starts eating poisonous frozen fish that's been frozen by
Yeah.
like
Yeah, and then she
liquid
bit
nitrogen?
the refrigerator.
Yeah, that's all I remember from that episode.
Dude, that episode
Watermelons and mushrooms, man. That's all you need to know.
was pretty funny. Because
Yeah.
they finally gave our boy Ein the star role for an episode, and it was fucking awesome.
What was
And-
that? It's out of food. They've been out of food
Watermelon
for
and
2
mushrooms.
days, right?
Something about
Mhm.
Yeah.
mushrooms. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something about it.
Well, like Spike and the rest of the gang were busy like doing repairs or looking for a bounty or just trying to get in contact with someone. So they sent Ed and Ein on a mission to gather food. So then shenanigans happen, and next thing you know, Ed and Ein are in the back of this nice little car of another cowboy, and then she gets in trouble with the police because, of course, this little girl and this dog fucking come out of the
Just in her
car.
trunk. Yep.
And then eventually they came across this mushroom guy, and they managed to get some mushrooms from him. And to see if they're actually good or not, they bring them back to the ship. And then everyone, one by one, just starts grabbing a mushroom off the table. Like, oh, no skin off my back. Down the hatch. Down the hatch. Down the fucking hatch. And then they all just go through like their fucking...
Their own trip.
Yeah, they all going for their own trip. Dude,
Yeah,
I was actually
yeah,
laughing when they
man.
like cut to the scenes where it's like what the character's experiencing and then what in reality is happening. Like Spike's like climbing up like an endless stairway, and then like a frog starts talking to him. He's like, shut up, you stupid frog. And the next thing you know, he's just walking back and forth on the staircase the
On the
entire
same
time.
step. Yeah.
And then Jet's just talking shit with his bonsai trees. He's like, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, what's going on with you? Best one though.
Did he turn into Hank Hill?
Go. But the best part
I'll
was
see.
with fucking Faye in the bathroom. She just kind of stood there just looking at the toilet, and it just kind of got bigger and bigger and bigger until the water started coming out of the toilet and it completely surrounded her, and she was fully engulfed in water. And she started paddling, but then it goes back to reality where she's just standing there in the bathroom going like this.
We've all been there.
Dude, what?
We've all been there.
Dude, that fucking episode had me laughing pretty much the entire way through.
Good.
And it all ends with like,
it brought you joy.
The mushroom dealer is running away from like two different cowboys. And then we see Mitch's favorite characters, the old guys again.
Yes.
And it all ends with like a big like climactic chase on a train. And Ed and Ein are like teaming up, chasing the train. And fucking Ed just goes, go Ein. Ein fucking jumps up onto a moving train and just starts running off the top. The entire time I'm like, let's go Ein. Fuck him up. And then out of nowhere, a cow was just standing on the tracks and the train stops before Ed's about to jump on the mushroom dealer,
Are you sure you weren't tripping? You
Dude,
sure you didn't have any other mushrooms?
Dude, Ein started talking to the cow, like, thanks, dog. He's like, yeah, it's no problem. And then pretty much the episode ends with everyone stuck eating mushrooms for a week. That episode was a fucking W. Too bad Mitch didn't get to experience it. He may have appreciated Ed and Ein more.
I experienced bits and pieces, but I would 5 minutes later, oh shit, I'm supposed to be watching Cowboy Bebop. And then I would watch, and then but do episodes like that in shows make you want to try psychedelics? Because it makes me want to try psychedelics just to see what I experience.
No, if I'm standing in the fucking bathroom doing this shit, and then I wake up with toilet paper in my mouth, I might be good.
I want to try it just to see what happens. But.
Like I'd be fine just talking to Georgie downstairs, my brother's bonsai tree. Get into a nice conversation with him.
Yes.
I want to see what I do on psychedelics, man.
You probably don't. You probably don't.
Probably not. I'm not sure if we could talk about that on stream, so we'll just do an overarching. He meant in-game that he wants to try in-game.
I want to try drugs in real life.
Drugs are bad. Okay.
At least it's not my Twitch stream.
Yeah, Mitch, you're gonna get yourself canceled.
We could just change the outro.
Dutchery down there. Cancel him.
Man. I like the episode too. I thought it was fun to have it be, one not so serious one in amongst the rest of the backstory episodes.
Man, it's full of like not super serious episodes, but I was just glad that
speaking of things that are not super serious, Yusuf just laughing at whatever he's laughing at.
I don't know what he's laughing at.
I was glad that Ed and Ein finally had an episode.
He just started and now he can't stop.
You want to know what I'm laughing at?
Yeah.
Go on.
Mitch is like, this makes me want to try psychedelics. I want to try psychedelics so bad. I'm like, in my head, replaying that Mitch just gets drunk and he wants to grab like one of those like electric post things and get electrocuted. So I don't know what the hell you're going to do with something like this.
Yeah.
You guys wouldn't want to see me. You guys just lock me in a room, give me some psychedelic mushrooms, and just watch what happens.
There would be so many holes in those fucking walls, dude.
You guys wouldn't want to watch that? I want to. No,
I'm scared because I don't know your strength. You'll bust down the fucking door.
Right? Yeah.
And then you'll be like, I want a hug. And next thing you know, my head's popping off my fucking shoulders.
We could stream it.
Yeah. Hey, you want to see a real life Mortal Kombat fatality? Just watch fucking Mitch on some shrooms.
On the next episode of this episode.
See, that's how it starts right there. That's the trigger warning. Fuck. But I guess we don't have much else to say about the train episode because Nielsen
I
probably
didn't even
didn't.
know there was a train that
Nielsen
episode.
probably didn't fucking watch it, and Mitch was asleep for all of it.
Okay, so I didn't know there was a train that episode. I do remember the first half when they were fighting about food.
Wow.
Yeah,
So that, I
I
guess
don't remember mushrooms or a train.
I remember the mushrooms. I remember them costing like 100,000 per mushroom.
Yeah.
But
And
then
I
they
thought-
just
I
turned
thought-
out to be
I
not
thought
psychedelics. They were
I thought-
shiitake
yeah.
mushrooms.
I thought
They
that's
were just-
why. That's why Ed bought them or took them, because she was like, "Oh, we can sell these."
No, Ed's
He
just
lied.
Ed's just an idiot.
Oh, okay.
What's
He was
Ed's
just-
full name?
No,
And
the dealer is just straight up like, "Here, you want these, right? They're worth more than me." And then she's like, "Oh, I don't know. I kind of want money for the food. Just take the bag." And she's like, "Okay, okay." And takes the bag.
yes,
Look at the vein coming out.
high use of forehead.
I don't understand, dude.
Jeez.
He's having more
While
fun
Trav
talking
was
about Bebop.
explaining this, I asked, what's Ed's full name?
Is Edward?
George is like,
I don't fucking
Edward.
know.
That's because that's what it is. What do you mean?
Edward.
I know. What else would it be? I'm fucking stupid.
I know. Oh my
Oh,
god.
man.
You know, it could have been
Trav, Josh,
Ed
Mitch, and
Palamule.
Yusuf's forehead.
The forehead vein.
Eduardo.
It's on my teeth. It's the forehead.
Yeah,
Oh my
I'll also add
God.
that forehead to the
Edison.
thumbnail.
It could be a lot of names.
Yeah. Ed,
Okay, well, it's been pre-established.
Double
that it's Ed.
D, Eddie, you know,
Yeah, dude.
going after those
Eddie's not full
jawbreakers.
name, man.
Ed, Ned, and Eddie.
Edward, and Edward. I probably would have watched that.
Edward.
I probably would have been a lot more entertained by that show if the title was Edward, and Edward.
My mom wouldn't let me watch that show
Oh my god.
because she
sorry.
didn't want me and my brothers to start scamming kids on the street.
And buying jawbreakers.
Yeah, she didn't want you to pop a massive jawbreaker in your mouth.
You know what? Jawbreakers fucking suck.
Overrated. Yeah.
Damn.
Like, and no,
Hot
like when
takes.
no, and
That's
the
not-
one,
that's not
no,
hot take
the
at all.
fucking ones
I
in
assumed it
Cartoon
was. I don't know.
Network,
I
they
wouldn't
were like
know.
the size of like my fucking
Yeah.
head.
Basketball.
And like,
Something bigger.
yeah, and then the ones in real life are like the size of like a fucking golf ball, maybe a little bigger. So it's like false advertising.
There are those big ones that you buy with the it's like that you hope to get through one day, but you start licking it and it's like, I'm gonna be here for like 5 years.
There's no way
This
they're
is
that
miserable.
big. No way.
Yes, they have jawbreakers that are like this big.
Whoever buys those, shame on you.
It's
Don't
fucking-
feed into the, corporate world with those
Scam.
jawbreakers.
Yeah.
Unless you pass it down your
What?
family heirloom. Pass it down for generations.
Brother.
Each generation's licks off a layer.
You know, if we
It's
were
not
all
gross,
Ed,
it's tradition.
if we were all Ed and Eddie characters, who would we each be? I say Mitch would be either Johnny or the plank.
What are you talking about? I'd be Ed, dude. I'd be Ed.
Oh god. I think I'm when everyone has the glasses. I think Trav is the guy who's always saying, "Hey, Ed boy," the guy with the goats.
I'm Rolf. What?
Yeah, you're
Hey there,
wrong.
Ed boy.
Yeah.
Alex would be Ed
Yeah.
because he's the tallest one.
No, I'm Ed. I'm the special.
Yeah, not tall. So there's a height requirement for that role.
I mean,
You're
no
the
one
who's
could.
like bald.
No one could stack
You're
up
the
the
one who's
plank,
bald.
dude. Let's be honest.
Would I be
Yeah.
Eddie then? Because I'm short.
Yes,
I would
you're
say
Eddie.
you're either Eddie, Johnny, or the plank.
How the fuck am I the plank? That doesn't make any sense.
You're built tough, bro.
yeah. Man, a few
Unyielding
words.
stare of pure sheer
Yeah,
will.
Yeah. It's because you
always
don't have to
there.
say anything for us to know you mean business.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
You're just always there.
Hey, Plank's the best character. So
Yeah, I don't even know why you're
So you're
upset. I don't even know why you're upset.
Yeah.
Johnny's pretty cool too. He has sex with a piece of wood.
What? I don't think they got
Yeah.
to that part of their relationship just
You don't
yet.
think
you think
Johnny's
Plank got that
fucked
chip in there?
Plank?
No, he's a child.
Yeah. You,
I didn't
I'm
see
not-
that
I'm not-
episode.
You? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
But moving on to more
I'm so
serious
sorry.
things.
Moving on.
Cowboy
No,
Bebop.
actually, we have to move back, Travis, because we skipped the Jet episode.
Technologies. My name's Josh. I have a face. Got him.
Damn,
Okay.
you showed him.
Yes. So moving back to
You
the
even knocked that
episode
To the
towel off
past.
the hanger.
with Jet.
I know.
Yes.
Towel's got my back.
We should talk about the episode where Jet finds out that there's some convict that he confronted in his past who has escaped, so he decides to just leave everybody to focus on that for a whole episode. And he ends up meeting up with his another one of his old partners. It seems like he has 5 or 6 old partners at this point that he's come across in this show. He meets up with his old partner to try and capture this guy. Everybody's laughing. I never know. I'm just trying to cover an episode of this episode on this episode of this episode.
Dude.
Go on then.
I can't get it out. I can't get it out of my head where I feel like we got the characters wrong for Ed and Eddie. I think Plank is the towel and Josh is fucking Johnny.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
I'm just trying to get this episode back on track.
Shit.
See what I gotta deal with every week, folks. Almost every week.
Of this episode.
I can never look in the bottom right of my screen, man, because this motherfucker will just start
I know.
random.
Me laugh. We'll be in the middle of something and I'll look over and all I see is forehead vein just kind of creeping up. Like I know his brain's thinking of some weird shit.
Hey, at least you know I'm an honest person, man.
He's like Jimmy Neutron having a fucking brain blast or some shit.
Or he'll just be leaning forward, like not trying to show his smile, and you can just tell he's smiling.
Yeah. It's like, Yusuf, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm feeling targeted right now.
Good.
I was just listening to Josh.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Johnny,
Then you
take it
laughing
over.
for some reason.
Yeah, because you were looking at me.
Oh my goodness.
Why you look at me like that?
All right, Josh.
Who got you smiling like that? I was mostly at the end of what I was trying to say of that episode, of this episode, of that anime, of this episode.
Well, this episode.
That he meets up with his partner to try and hunt down the bad guy. He finds out that it was his partner who, like, sold him out and made it so that he lost a fucking arm.
Yeah, it was a sniper shot, probably.
Yeah, but I guess that his partner ends up killing the bad guy out of spite or for whatever reason. But then Jet has to shoot his old partner in order for him to not die. And it's just nobody wins, everybody loses, nobody's happy, but at least Jet's still alive.
Yeah, I don't know if the partner was trying to like redeem himself in some sort of way, because in his revolver, he only had one shot in there. So maybe he was just kind of leaving it up to chance whether he shot Jet or not.
Like he knew that he wasn't going to.
Well, no, I feel like he just kind of did a Russian roulette on it. You know, he said, fuck it, 1 out of 6. If I shoot Jet, I shoot Jet. If I don't, well, fuck it. Let's let God choose for me.
Yeah, it was.
That's kind of the idea I got from it.
Yeah, it was an interesting story, and it kind of had some good twists and turns. But I guess in a way, unfortunately, I kind of saw that coming. Like, how else was the episode going to have a more dramatic end other than just the good guys got the bad guy? Well, there must be a twist of some kind. Okay, what could the twist be besides Yusuf putting a wand in his hair? Maybe just the partner being the bad guy, and that's what happened.
That was part of that episode. I did actually remember from my first watch through. I was like, I don't remember liking that guy too much. I feel like he did some sus shit. So when the reveal happened, I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's what I got.
Makes sense.
It was a solid episode, though. Jet had some conclusion with his, old nemesis, I guess, and his old partner. So he's got closure there, and now he has closure with his ex. So I mean, I don't think there's anything else they could do with Jet at this point.
Unless he's got a kid.
Does he have a kid?
I don't know.
We've got 7 episodes left, baby. Who knows? Who knows?
I just remember
We
that
could
this
pump
episode,
one out real quick of this
This
episode.
episode.
I really like the aesthetic of Jet's flashback with like the Chicago noir
Mhm.
detective vibe, and then I was really into the villain because I was like, finally we have an intimidating villain that actually
Mhm.
is cool, and then he's
Assassin's Creed,
one episode.
motherfucker.
Yeah, they killed him off by. It wasn't even Jet that killed him either. It was the partner,
Yeah,
which I thought was kind of a bummer. But I mean, in essence, the partner was also the bad guy too. So I mean,
Yeah,
he had
yeah.
2 enemies that one episode.
but
This
that
episode.
one guy on death row was fucking. He was scary, man.
Dude, he was.
It was
And
good.
then the one like other death row inmate that was like friends with him at first is like, all right, you guys deal with that. I'm out this bitch. He opens the airlock, not knowing that Jet's ship crashed into there, so he just got pulled out.
Oh, that was
Get
another thing I
fucked.
remembered. This is very, very minuscule, but like in the start of the episode when they're killing people, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, buddy? Let's be friends. Here, you want some champagne? It's Dom Perignon." And I was like, "Motherfucker, how do you have a $400 bottle of champagne on a prison ship?"
Officer saving it for a rainy day.
Guess so.
It's
Oh.
fucked up too because the guy took the bottle and then poured it in a dead
Poured it
guy's
out, yeah.
mouth. I was like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
Waste of $400, man.
Symbolic as fuck. What's also funny
No
is
wonder
you
he's on
mentioned-
death row, dude.
Yeah.
He could
Yeah,
do
You
that.
mentioned the like Chicago noir style flashback. I don't think that Jet is like frozen in time like
Mm-mm.
Faye was. So even though it's Chicago noir, that was probably in like the 2020s or like the 30s, 40s or whatever.
Yeah,
But
and
obviously that feels like a long time ago to us. But I guess
That
to
was
them
Mars.
that's still.
that was Mars Noir.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They took a little bit longer to,
Mhm.
progress into the shithole known as Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think then the second to last one is the one where we get the VHS tape.
L
Faye's backstory.
of a fucking episode, dude. That
No,
one was a
all-
that
all
one
I
was a
remember-
fucking stinker.
All I remember is them being like, "What's this?" I was like, "Okay, this is gonna be the plot of the episode. Cool." I stopped paying attention.
All I remembered was them, or I think it was like the nerdy VHS lover boy who said
that was like the only
all
good
of
part.
all of the data that are stored on these things as of the year 2022, they stopped housing such and such data, so they had to
The
store it all on
beta
VHS tapes. And I was
VHS.
like, it's this. We're living in 2022. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Could you imagine if the internet stopped and they were like it was like a countdown? They're like, "You have 10 days to put all of the world's information on VHS tapes."
yeah, and then
That'd be a
half
hell
our
of a time to be
generation,
alive.
would be like, "What the fuck's a VHS?" It's like, what?
Yikes.
I'd be like, I guess we're gonna forget half of human knowledge because fuck that.
There wouldn't be enough fucking cassette tapes, dude.
Hmm.
No,
I'll get all the Disney VHS tapes from my childhood. I'll break those out.
no, but of course, a package gets delivered for Faye. She pulls the Faye move, fucking runs away, goes to the horse races, just fucks off for the entire episode,
I hate
and
her.
then
She assumes it's like somebody trying to collect on their debt, but they
Mhm.
sent her a package.
Yeah, I don't get it. Even after this was after the episode with like her backstory too. So you'd
Yeah.
think that she would be more curious about the package, but no, fuck it. I'm out. I'm gonna waste my money. I'm gonna waste my money at the horse and dog races, But then Spike and Jet get this VHS and they take it to a shop where they have like the old players and stuff, and the guy's like, "Oh, these betas don't run on the normal VHSs anymore, so let's get this bitch plugged the fuck in." And sure enough,
Yep,
it
that's what
started.
sounds like.
It started like it was cool watching him like plug all the shit in and like get everything working, but then
Nostalgic.
it starts like fucking up because I think Spike was fucking with the VHS originally and pulling out like the cassette and shit. So then the guy tries to fix it, and then Spike, in his all-knowing fucking knowledge, just kicks the VHS and breaks the fucking thing because he doesn't stop kicking it. It's not even like small kicks either. It's like kicks actually like fucking going in and breaking it completely.
Yeah.
So
At first I thought that he was doing it because he like didn't want that guy to see it because he was being kind of creepy when like it started showing Faye that he was like, oh, I thought maybe that was why. Thank you, Yusuf. I thought maybe that was why. I thought maybe that he was doing it because he realized this was like a thing that only Faye should see or something. But no, he was literally just like, oh, I thought that would work. So I hit it so hard I broke it.
Mm-hmm. And then starts the quest of finding a replacement VHS player for this fucking tape. And so then it shows Jet and Spike going through all these dangers down an elevator shaft and eventually finding the VHS. And then they grab the wrong fucking one. And I was like, what a waste of fucking time this was. And then the best part is that some fucking jackass mailed Faye a
VHS,
the one that would work. And then they just plug it in, and sure enough, we just see Faye cheering for herself as a child. And then the episode just kind of ends.
See her, she's got like a whole squad of friends, and it's kind of really sweet and awesome. And she's talking to her future self, and that's really cute. But it doesn't really show us or tell us a lot about her family or whatever, but it does show like parts of her room. She had lots of stuffies and framed pictures and other things that show that she was like a normal girl, or at least at one point she was a normal girl. So it's at least cool for her to have that piece of her past. But
she's just
unfortunate that
now.
she did this much work to achieve that reward of seeing her past, and it was everybody else who put in the work.
Yeah, she didn't do jack and shit. She just kind of walked into the room like, what's up?
She just happened to
oh my god, that's me. Holy shit.
I'm pretty sure she was like walking, like they were saying, oh, no. If you want to watch it, you got to pay us because we worked hard for this.
Well, no,
like,
Jet paid for both delivery services. So then you had to pay the tab. And then she's like, I don't want to fucking see this, and still watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. L. Bad episode.
Is this episode 18 of a 26 episode animated? And we're still doing filler bullshit like this.
Because that's just how Bebop is structured, I guess.
It's so fucking bad, man.
This episode, that one was a rough one. I did not like that one very much.
Don't get it.
I'm not saying it's horrible, but I am starting to sit here and think to myself, why is it that I see so often that I see this as like number 2 out of the top 10 or top 100 anime? How is this getting up to like number 2? I love the style. I love lots of things about this, but my mind is not blown at any point.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. I don't understand why this anime is viewed as like the granddaddy of them all.
Well, if you can enjoy the self-contained episodes, then you're going to enjoy it way more than the person next to you. Like the Ein and Ed episode, obviously, like I probably enjoyed it way more than you because, I mean, it was such an inconsequential episode. But for me, I was just enjoying how dumb it was.
Well, like I get that, but like I don't get how like
it's
unanimously
it's nostalgic. A lot of people probably grew up watching the show, and it was like when like anime was like starting to become more not really mainstream, but like it was like one of the big ones, like Dragon Ball and shit.
Yeah, accessible to an American audience.
Yeah, because this is just I do not see the appeal.
And we're people from this day and age looking back at such an old show 90s. Now, so
we were born in the late 90s.
We have different expectations of media and shit now. But I mean, I'm able just to sit down and kind of enjoy it for what it is. But some episodes, not all of them were super good this week. But I like the Jet one. I think that one was probably the best. I think the Ein and Ed one was funny to me, and then the first Faye one was solid, I guess. I don't remember the other ones too well though.
We've got one more that we haven't discussed yet. The last one, episode 19. Does anybody recall or want to talk about that one, or should I just
go for it?
Spill the beans.
I don't know how or why or what the hell happened, but like Spike's ship got damaged, so he had to take it to like the original person who apparently built it. So I don't know if it was just by chance that he landed there, or he specifically went there to get that guy to repair his ship. but he's some old dude who's very stuck in his ways of wanting to do things how he does them, and it seemed like he's kind of like the equivalent of a vintage car guy, and so he's like, oh, I want to fix this, but I want to use all original parts, and his like trainee is like, oh, we can soup this right up, we can make this baby all modern and shit, and he's like, no, it's a classic, without saying that. And I at the same time as Spike is getting his ship repaired, Jet and Faye are trying to chase down a bounty, but the guys that they're hunting are like hackers, and so when Jet and Faye try to catch them,
Yeah, they're
they
posing
end
as
up
like mailmen and shit, like ups
yeah they,
drivers.
they end up hacking into Jet and Faye's ships and like frying their circuitry and like making them shoot at each other, and just a whole bunch of wacky stuff happen. And Ed ends up not really being able to help out, which is unfortunate. And I think that really the conclusion is that Spike's ship gets fixed. He helps them catch the bad guys, but it ends up being that the bad guys
They didn't even catch them. They probably just
They crash
explode.
into a fucking meteor and they blow up. So that's great. Another bounty that they don't get to collect on.
I think at that point it was just everyone just trying to survive the fucking asteroid belt.
Yeah. Spike's ship, after just getting repaired, is now broken again, and it seems like Spike is just going to be SOL and burn up in the atmosphere. But the other thing that the old dude was working on turned out to be like a NASA, Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
NASA
Yeehaw,
spaceship,
baby.
NASA spaceship, yeehaw, mother trucker.
Yee, brother.
So he rides up in like a classic spaceship. I don't know how the fuck that managed to get off the ground, because all the propulsion is up at the back, and he doesn't go off a slope, and it's not pointing up. They're just taking, and then
They
all of a sudden
revved
they're
it
just
up.
taking off. And
They
I'm like,
revved it up. Dude, they revved it up like fucking Sonic, bro. There's little
Bro, that
dash.
don't make no sense.
Little,
See, even Yusuf and Mitch are in utter disbelief at the fact that this could
they're
ever
crunching.
happen.
They're crunching the numbers, trying to figure out the
They're
exact
doing the mental
propulsion
math,
they
and
needed.
they're like, "This
to
ain't it, Chief.
beat
This
the
couldn't happen.
atmosphere.
This ain't it. This could not be it." Exactly. So, yeah, all you need to know is by some lucky circumstances, they end up saving Spike with the classic NASA spaceship.
I did love that
Everybody's
shot,
happy.
though,
Everybody's
at the
okay.
end.
There's no circumstances. Don't worry.
I did love the shot, though, at the end of the episode where like Spike was like laying the cigarette and just blew it out. He's like, "Oh well, if we die, we die." That was a good shot.
Two of us are talking about the anime, and two of us are like hunched over on the side of their screens trying to not die
We're
from
probably
laughter,
talking about some weird shit.
Oh
I'm
my
fucking
God.
crying, bro.
Yeah.
I know how endearing these episodes were, Yusuf. Why don't you enlighten us on how you feel about them?
Yeah. Fucking didn't give a shit.
Yeah, Yusuf hasn't his 25 word quota yet.
Yeah, there's still
Actually,
time.
I think I passed it.
Well, probably
Talking
with
about
that.
Ed and Eddie.
Oh yeah, probably.
Well, then that's not about the anime. You gotta talk about the anime.
That's
Yeah,
great.
those weren't
The
independently
anime
connected.
podcast, and he talked more about a cartoon.
There you
Let's
go.
go, baby.
Yep.
Wouldn't have
Yep.
it any
Goals.
other way.
Of course.
No, I think
I'm
overall
glad
these,
we're 3/4 of the way through. 75% done with this show. Ready to turn the page to something else.
I'm interested why you're interested, Trav, to see our reaction to the ending. Because so far, there's nothing.
I'm
to go
at
off
this
of.
point where I thought there would be more like deeper story at this point, but I just remember the last episode. I felt like it was a solid enough build up to the finale, but I don't know. I guess we'll set to see.
I'm just excited for next week because, like I said before, we've been watching a lot of, I feel like not so serious anime, and then anime I've already seen. So I'm excited to watch a serious anime that's actually going to be good that I haven't seen yet.
But I'll have to find out during the
What it
outro,
is.
Exactly.
which is coming up in like 5 minutes.
Cowboy
'cause
Bebop
gotta make an
season
hour.
2.
Yes. No, I'm the same way. I'm excited. Sad as it is to say, because it was my pick, and I was so excited for it for so many reasons. I'm kind of excited for us to be done. I'm excited to see the ending, like you said, because Trav seems very interested in
Dude,
how we'll react.
I will
assume it's
say
a good ending.
I I fucked up just like Yusuf, and I watched the episodes out of order. So like instead of I don't think I watched the chest episode, but I watched episode 20. So like I'm an episode ahead of you guys right now. But dude, the animation next episode is fucking clean, dude.
It's better.
Oh, dude, the animation is fucking crazy, and there's fights in that episode that are just fucking wacky. Just straight up like street fights, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. And I hope that we see more of that, and I hope that we
got
get
really
a better idea of why people are ranking it so highly. I hope
Yeah.
that I get convinced differently, or I hope that something changes my mind, or that I get enlightened, because right now I'm just kind of shrugging my shoulders like, I love a lot of things about this. Would I think of all of my, and I mean, granted, it's not a long list, but would I put this at number 2 out of all the anime I've ever watched?
Yeah, I'm disappointed because I was very excited for this show because of all the hype it's gotten in the anime community. I love how it looks. I love the sound, like how it sounds. I love
Music.
the vibe of it. The world, like the freaking bounty hunters in space. I love
Space
that. I love
Cowboys.
all of them, but it's just like the story. There is no story, and then the characters are bland, boring, flat characters that I don't care about at all. Which is why I'm nervous. Like if they have this, like if the last 6 episodes say are like the 6-episode arc where they get super in depth and like there's like this big climactic ending. I'm not gonna care because I don't care about the characters. They haven't done a good enough job making me care about Spike as a person. Like Spike's just cool dude that smokes a cigarette and sleeps a lot. Like,
And
I
even
don't,
if
I
you
don't
do,
care about him.
and even if you do end up caring, you're not going to be left thinking, this was a nice bow on top of the
Mm-hmm.
present that I've been given for the rest of the show. You're going to be like, this was great. Where's the rest of it?
Yeah, no, yeah. If the last like 6 episodes are brilliant, I'm gonna be like, where was this the previous 18 episodes
Of this episode.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say
we'll see, though.
last 5 episodes. I don't think you guys will be too crazy about the next one.
Okay,
But animation, fucking good.
we'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not the worst.
from my perspective, I thought it was deeper than this, but I guess I don't know. My brain just lied to me a little bit and made me think stuff that I didn't think were true. I guess.
Not the worst show I've ever seen. Not the.
I mean, sometimes that's all a
Best show
show
I've
needs,
seen.
though. Is it solid? Is it, can you enjoy the episodes? Can you find a character that you either relate to or just enjoy watching on the screen? And I mean, I like the relationship between everyone on the Bebop crew, and sometimes when the character gets the spotlight, it's like when Ed and I got the show, I was like, damn, all right, let's see what you guys do, and just
My
have a
favorite
goofy
character-
episode, and just sometimes just have a fun time.
My favorite character is still that guy that got wrongfully killed by his gang a couple episodes ago.
Oh,
And his sister was blind.
From that Venus shit.
Rococo or whatever his
The
name
guy
was.
who's trying
Rocky
to
Rococo,
train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was my I wish I would have loved to follow him in a 12-episode spinoff. That would have been cool.
Oh no, maybe after we watch the movie. Watching the movie.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's a solid movie.
Oh, you mean the live action movie?
No, there's an actual
Live action
cowboy movie.
show.
No, there's an actual Cowboy Bebop movie.
Yeah,
The animation.
There's a live action
Yeah,
show that Netflix did.
Solid movie.
Is it like is it set after the episodes, or does it just condense the whole story?
It's kind of
down?
like it's its own like
It's just a
something.
filler. So anime movies for popular anime are just completely filler. They just
Yeah,
it's like
they don't.
separate
They're
story.
very. It really just depends. Like
Except for JJK and Demon Slayer, they've kind of changed that.
I think My Hero Academia also did that too with the movies.
Yeah.
It's like loosely like in the canon for it, but like older like series like this, like movies are very inconsequential to the lore.
Yeah, like Naruto. All of Naruto's movies, I think it's got like 7 movies. Only one has anything to do with
Dragon Ball is a fucking big offender of that too. None of them fucking matter except for like the newer movie that came out. Movies.
Gotcha.
But I think with that,
I would not know.
I think that's all we have to say about Cowboy Bebop this week. All right.
Yeah.
So I think then we are
Space Cowboy.
all set to go for the end of this podcast. So whoever hung out this long, thank you for hanging out. Hope you all have a good rest of your week, and we'll be back next week with, I don't know, find out in the outro right now. Huh?
Aww.
on the next episode of this episode. Trav, Josh, Mitch, and Yusuf going moonwalking with Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Make sure you hit that like button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new episodes. Also, follow us on Spotify and check us out live every Monday night at twitch.tv/thetree. Thank you for watching.